So Venom the Last Dance did obviously introduce us to a variety of new characters and a variety of new monsters, but perhaps the most interesting thing they actually introduced us to was the variety of new symbiotes, and many of them are obviously quite different and obviously quite powerful. But from them, I think there were two specific symbiotes that stood out to me, and these two specific symbiotes might very well be the most powerful symbiotes in the entirety of the Venom universe. And these are the exact two symbiotes, this fiery red one and this one, Dr. Teddy's symbiote believed to be Agony. I believe these two might very well be the most powerful symbiotes ever. And in this video, I will be explaining to y'all why exactly I believe that to be the case. Obviously, before I get into the video, please like, share, and subscribe, as well as comment down below on any thoughts you have about this video. Now, before getting right into the video, let me just state that I am using these two characters only from the Venom movie, the Venom the Last Dance movie, not from the comics. I'm not really going to be using much of the comics in total. I'm barely going to actually talk about the comics. I'm primarily just using these two characters from the Venom the Last Dance movie. I have to emphasize that before comic book fans get really angry. Now, let's begin with this symbiote, this fiery red one believed to be Scream. Now, this symbiote, in my opinion, could very well be the most dangerous symbiote of all time. The reason why I believe that to be the case is because, weirdly enough, it actually has the somewhat fire abilities, which is obviously quite an insane thing. Given that fire is actually a symbiote's weakness, this symbiote weirdly has somewhat fire abilities, which does imply that it could very well be the most dangerous symbiote to all the other symbiotes, because not only does it have this fire abilities, but it also has general symbiote abilities of manipulating its body in a variety of different ways to formulate weapons, and that would obviously only add to the amount of danger it actually poses. Not only does it have the direct symbiote weakness as its a general advantage, but it can also do the general things symbiotes can do, making it quite versatile and quite powerful. Now, obviously, this symbiote was killed off very fast, so we didn't actually get to see a lot of it, so it might not actually be that powerful. Its fire abilities might not be that powerful or that precise. And there's also the fact that Riot was still considered the leader of the symbiotes and the most powerful of the symbiotes, and given that this symbiote was alive whilst Riot was alive, it's quite likely that Riot could still beat this symbiote, and that could mean that a few other symbiotes could also beat the symbiote. So perhaps it's not the most powerful symbiote, but I think its advantage of it not only having general symbiote abilities but also having fire as its general advantage would help him out in many battles against any and most other symbiotes. Now, moving on to the next one, this one, Dr. Teddy's symbiote, which is believed to be Agony. Well, this symbiote is obviously quite powerful, not only because it also has the general symbiote abilities of manipulating its body to formulate weapons, but weirdly enough, this symbiote actually has super speed. Because of Dr. Teddy's boring background about her being struck by lightning kinda, when she was combined with this symbiote was actually granted super speed, which is a massive advantage for any character in general, as it allows them to attack their opponents in a variety of different ways and restrict or decrease the amount of damage they actually take. Now, we didn't actually see many feats from the symbiote, I actually even see it in battle, but the mere fact that it does have the super speed is obviously impressive. Now, I don't think that the symbiote can one-shot any other symbiote because of the symbiote's general insane durability and endurance, but in general it would give the symbiote a massive advantage against majority, if not all, of the symbiotes because of having this insane speed. And not only that, if it has better lightning capabilities, then it might very well have an even greater advantage, since it's been shown that symbiote have a somewhat weakness to electrical currents or electrical attacks, which would obviously give it an even greater advantage over all other symbiotes. And there's also the fact that this symbiote, this Agony, didn't actually have super speed or this lightning whilst Riot was alive, which would mean that back then Agony might not have been as powerful as Riot, but now with this enhanced speed and lightning, she might very well be one of, if not the most powerful symbiote. Now, obviously, we again didn't see many feats from the symbiote, and obviously, it's not going to one-shot any other symbiote, and if other symbiotes get a hold of it, it might very well be a big disadvantage to the symbiote. You can't necessarily be 100% certain that this symbiote is definitely the most powerful symbiote, but this lightning aspect of it should give it a massive advantage in most battles against other symbiotes. These two symbiotes, in my opinion, might very well be the most powerful symbiotes because of these two advantages they have. One possessing the direct weakness of symbiotes, that being fire, and the other having super speed and somewhat lightning capabilities, which is also somewhat a weakness of symbiotes. Now, I'm sure many people are going to have a lot of comments and thoughts about this. It's completely understandable. If you'll do, please leave them down below. I'd love to see them. This is MC Info, and I'm out.